What? I'm almost 45 now. Actually, I tell a lie, I am 45. I was 45 last Saturday. Well, not the Saturday before. The 10th, I was 45. Yes, yes indeed. And I was working on my birthday as well, so that was great. You know. It's worse than that, I was working harder than that. Actually, I wasn't, I was at a pub. But I did have to come into work and do 2 songs in a show. It was tough, it was tough. Right, the normal things I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, make sure your phones are switched off or silenced or in flight mode as well. Make sure you're fed and watered. Take on lots of fluids, because I know we're a bit thin on the ground at the moment, but it does tend to get a little bit busier in here as the game progresses, funnily enough. People eating and that kind of thing. And so it does get quite warm. So, as I said earlier on, because I know some people... Who's arrived today? Most of you, then. We have had, last week, we did have to suspend play for 20 minutes while we dealt with a first aid incident because somebody collapsed through the heat. We have actually turned the heating down as well, so it's Arctic. The switch is on now, rather than Sahara. So if it's a little bit nippy now, you can feel it, can't you? Well, you can feel it. You've been here for 104 years. He was sat directly behind this cameraman at one point. And then he had to move down there because he was thinking to himself, I'm not on shot now, was he? He was hiding behind the camera, but you didn't want to get hit by the cameraman, basically, did you? So, yeah. So that's it. Yes? 5 seconds. I thought you minutes then. What? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the International Arena here at Potters Resort for the World Indoor Bowls Championships, the just retirement World Indoor Bowls Championships, in fact. Are you ready to welcome the players? Let's get the players out. So, from Scotland, the under-25 singles and Scottish fours champion, Mr. Graham Donaldson. And playing Graham, he reached the quarterfinals of the Scottish International Open, ranked at number 16 in the world, Scotland's Wayne Hogg. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want. And it's over to commentary with David Corkill.
Wayne Hogg, a very talented Scottish internationalist, an extremely good drawer to the jack, and that's where his strength is, and that's where he'll be concentrating a lot on as well. Plays out of the East Fife Indoor Bowling Club. Graham Donaldson, well, he's ranked 53, but he is an experienced player. 2 lads were practicing before this match and it seemed to be going pretty well.
One red. 1 red. Two red.
Good stuff for Wayne Hogg. Just popping balls in around the jack at the moment, and nice steady start. Put a bit of pressure on Graham Donaldson. Very close, just got the edge.
2 shots to Wayne Hogg.
So a double for Wayne Hogg.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Well, this is what Wayne Hogg's very good at, getting that first ball really close as an international lead.
Two inches.
Oh, he's down again. Pretty good ball. The advantage of 2 inches away is that even if he comes up and rocks the ball, the jack's not going to move. So he can be fairly confident about drawing to it.
Two red.
A little touch in the ball, well, he just fell out, but
Three red.
well, it's early pressure. A little bit surprised he's going under the forehand, but it is open. He can get to the jack, he can get a little sight of it. Oh, it's a good effort. Oh, good stuff. Really good stuff. Plug the gap. Well, this isn't easy. Probably see a quarter of the jack from the mat. Maybe a slight adjustment needed. with the last ball. Well, it's getting here just a little bit quick again, and it's a bad end by Graham Donaldson. It's going to be punished with a 4 against.
4 shots to Wayne Hogg.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Wayne Hogg, very dedicated player, goes about his business in a very professional way. Graham actually is down on an inside line in this one. Now, Graham's a very talented player. I've been watching him practice with Andrew Barker, and he's been playing some very good stuff. Even before this game, we were watching the practice with the two players, and again, he was playing well. But just lost his form. Certainly at the early stages, but he'll have to pick up very quickly because Wayne won't let him off the hook.
One red.
Oh, that's more like it from Graham.
2 green.
So he is a talented player, and obviously playing in this championship and the venue it's in with the portable rink and television cameras and the shot clock, it's all very intimidating. Wayne wasting no time getting into this with a bit of weight. Run through. Oh, wow. Well, sometimes you just get a little bit of luck. He wasn't far away from the target, but oh dear, oh dear. Just an acknowledgement there to Graham and a smile. But very fortunate, let's put it that way. Very fortunate. All the top players will acknowledge when they get a bit of luck. Graham trying down in the same shot, forehand this time, and I don't, unless he's fortunate himself, not the same luck for him.
1 shot to Wayne Hogg.
Well, sometimes you get a little bit of luck, in particular when it's 6-0 up.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Adjustment made. That's the advantage of Wayne being such a good lead. So I'm expecting him to get 1 or 2 balls close with the first deliveries. It was a good effort.
1 red. Graham's bowl 9 inches past jack high.
Well, it would have been worth reaching that for Graham, because anything through the head had a chance to pick up the jack or rest the ball out. He's got the back position. Went down again. Well, it's sort of stayed out a little bit. That's giving him a bit of a target now, so Graham could reach through this. So he has the back position with a... Yep, that's exactly what he had to do. Now that jack's going to go on the re-spot. It's going to be very close to the green ball for shot. There's the re-spot.
1 shot to Wayne Hogg.
Well, still 1 to red, but better than 3.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Well, we're on the 5th end, so scores building up against Graham Donaldson. It's really a situation of Graham having to score the next few ends. He can't afford to lose anymore.
One red.
That's another one trundling its way in.
2 red.
Graham is just so quick. He really is. But at forehand, he's getting caught on the running balls. They're difficult to play. Almost better just trying to draw it, because there's no full-on drive target.
3 red.
It's number 3. Oh, the ball's away already. Got to be better this time, surely. Oh, he's off his own ball. Yeah. As soon as he came into his own ball, there was always going to wing away from it. Wasn't far away from the target, but it's
2
another
shots to
3.
Wayne Hogg.
So a couple of shots in the next end, and we'll not need the last 3 ends of the set. It's a long way back for Graham, and Wayne will be quite happy. At the moment he's under no pressure. Wayne lost the jack, so different jack length.
Jack length 26 metres.
Really good first bowl. And so we've had some very quick players over the years, but I'm not sure if I've seen anybody just as quick as Graham Donaldson. So Nicky Brett's very fast, Paul Foster, but this chap is just getting them down the rink as quick as possible. I was watching it there. Let's just see now as Wayne's ball arrives. Here it comes, all the way down to the jack. Stopped, and Graham's on the mat. Certainly looks better with this one. It's got a chance. Over the wrong side. And it dropped out. Well.
2 red.
On another day, it stops on that ball and drops in. Well, Graham going for the runner. In the area this time, surely. Yep, took 2 away. Short ball was always a protector, but whilst it wasn't counting, it was in the way, so he took that one away and then came through to one of the counting balls. Graham's sitting down after every ball. Well, Graham, remember the chance here. Just giving yourself a bit of room. It's open now. Oh no, don't go for that line. I thought he might have just tried to draw it off. But that's a hard shot to play in the portable rink. 4, 5, 6 yards of running.
1 shot to Wayne Hogg.
So Wayne Hogg takes a single. We're going to go into another end, but it's academic, really. There's absolutely no chance of Graham Donaldson scoring 3 4s. In the meantime, Wayne Hogg will be using this for practice.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Full jack length, 29.5. turned his back on that one. Well, it's Graham Hogg has to keep his concentration, because when you're playing against someone who's just not getting it, it can be quite tough just to keep your concentration all the way through, but he's making no mistakes on this. That ball hadn't stopped before Graham put his ball down, because he knows it's academic. He knows this is the last end, so he's not wasting any time, even though he is a quick player. But he should be thinking about a little bit of practice here and try a few things.
2 red.
It's just another one through the head, and well, it's academic really, but the score's going to be frightening at the end of the set. Trying the runner into something with this. Oh, one away.
1 shot in the first set to Wayne Hogg.
So Wayne Hogg takes the single to complete the set, 13-0.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Well, I've been joined in the commentary box by John Price. Good journey up, John, today?
Yeah, it's pretty good, Dave.
Good. Ready to get back into the fray again.
That's right. Looking forward to the week. Blistering start by Wayne Hogg here. First set.
Well, Graham not finding anything, but Graham's just doing the best he can out there with Wayne just dropping balls in end after end, and at the moment he's finding it a tough job. Well, that's two of the best balls he's played in this match so far.
1 red, favour yours.
Graham shaking his head as if to say, no, please say green. Now Wayne. Gently, gently. You don't want to get to your own ball. Well, it's hanging on. I thought it was going to drop. Anything at all, and that would have been good. Another foot or so would have been even better with a jack possibly been moved for a nice little 3. But I think it's fair to say this has been a uphill challenge for Graham Donaldson.
Yeah, certainly is. A bit like Mount Everest at the moment. But the beauty of this format, David, is you can lose 13-0 in the first set. Doesn't make any difference at all. If you can sneak the second, you're back in the match.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was watching the final of a Champion of Champions one time down in Moama in Australia, and the lady lost 13-0 in the first set, won the second set by one shot, won the tie-break by one shot. Didn't seem fair, but that was the format, and that's, you just have to play to it. This one's got a chance. This is going to be very, very close. He's got it, surely. He has indeed. It's at least one.
Yeah, I was a little
One shot,
unlucky
Graham
then. I thought he had that solid.
He's getting a bit of grief from some of the players up there. Either that or a bit of banter. I think it's a bit of banter, actually.
Yeah, I think he was considering a lap of honour there. Getting one on the card. It was a great bowl by Graham.
Oh, it was a good head, actually. He played it very well. Yes, it's one of those situations where you're sort of saying, John, you know, he couldn't find a shot in a room full of bullets, really. He just couldn't find one. And then, you know, earlier in the set, he was very unlucky with one of Wayne's bowls, but just got a fortunate result when he looked like he was getting on the card. And you know, now we're in a situation where hopefully he'll build on this. That's a good starter.
Yeah, so Neil, we experienced Graham in this sort of format as well. You'll know that he just needs to feel his way back into the match. There's always a chance.
Close again. Oh, that's really, this is more like Graham Donaldson. This is more like he was playing when he was practicing. I watched him a couple of nights ago and he was playing very well.
Two green.
Well, that's another decent ball in the area. Wayne got a chance of taking the two of them. Oh yes, he took everything away. Bang on target. Maximum result.
Two red.
Andrew Barker, Graham Donaldson's friend and colleague he practices with. Good ball. That's really good. You see your three balls disappear out of the head and then they put a side toucher in. Can't argue with that, John. That's good stuff.
No,
Great.
good response by Graham. Excellent response. Played a good end. There's still an opportunity for Wayne, though. He'll remove that bowl.
Oh, I think he might play slightly different at this. He can't afford to take his own two balls out, but it is early. Be interesting to see what sort of weight he uses. Well, he's going strong again. Got the ball. Well, hit it well, mate, didn't he? Hit it really well.
Perfect. Clean.
International lead.
Two shots.
He
to
shouldn't
Wayne
be able
Hogg.
to do that.
You know Scottish bowls, great depth of talent. Got all the shots.
He certainly has, and he played that extremely well. Well, that was Graham Donaldson's best end. He played 3 scoring shots, were quite possible, and just 1 2 feet behind. And in the end, he didn't have anything near it. It was a Wayne Hogg's aggressive play.
Yeah, it's a very quick match this. 35 minutes I think so far, David, and they've played a set and on to the third end. Harrigan and Hogg.
Didn't play the last 2 ends, of course, of the first set. And it was all very quick, even on the 7th end, because Graham dropped 1 short. So after that, it was just to get the bowls up and get moving on with the second set. But that's another very good bowl from Graham Donaldson, and that's 4 good bowls. This is the 5th good bowl he's played in succession.
One green.
There's value to that one as well. Oh, it's a
One
good
red.
ball. Just a drop off it right in front, and certainly Graham can afford to reach this, but he's been sucked into these little sort of half runner shots, John, and you know what that's like.
Yeah, a very difficult way to play. It's gone inside the line and there it goes.
Heard the ball drop into the ditch, so bye-bye to that one.
Good bowl there.
Yes, very useful. Receiving position if the ball moves, but Wayne Hogg's daughter Rachel's watching. Dad is doing well. Well, it's still swinging away. There it goes. Might get the edge of his own. Oh, yes, indeed. Got the edge of his own, but I think the red may have dropped back. It would be a fortunate result to get the shot. Well, if it's close, I really should have measured it, to be truthful with you.
Measure for shot.
Yes, call the umpire out. Let's have a look and see. We favour red, according to our rings. Let's just see how accurate they are. Well, as I said, it's a bit like driving. You're only as good as the driver. In this case, we're only as good as the highly trained technical person behind the rings.
One shot, Graham Donaldson.
That was very, very close. Good to make a decision though, but it was extremely close.
Jack length 25 metres.
I think Wayne Hogg realises here he's in for a different sort of second set, John.
Yes, I mean, Graham, he's stopped the scoring rate, hasn't he? I mean, Wayne was out of the blocks very quick in that first set. And it was important that Graham stays in this one. He's doing that at the moment. 2 apiece, 3 ends. Get a bit of confidence from that, and, you know, we know he's got the ability to play the bowls. He wouldn't have qualified through if he wasn't a good player. Just needs to get a foothold in the match, really. Starting to find a line and a length now. Consistent player, Wayne, though. Very good drawing play, and he's got the other shots as well. Very impressed with Wayne, and he's done well to get into the top 16.
Yes, he's had a few goes, I have to say, but he's been working hard, Wayne Hogg, over the last few years in particular. But bearing in mind that 10 years ago he was number 61 in the World Bowls Tour rankings, and now he's number 16.
3 green.
Well, still drawable, but if he's playing the forehand, he must be having a little look at the bowls. Well, on the draw on this forehand, we've seen a lot of bowls just drop short here.
Slightly slower side, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, he's got it. He's played it well. It's very typical of Wayne to try and draw that situation, but where he's finished is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, class bowl.
That head, for the first time, was looking good for Graham Donaldson with just 1 bowl to go. He's had a couple of good ends before, and Wayne's destroyed them early, but has to be in the area. Wow. No, I didn't see that happening, and Wayne was just about to walk away from it. Could be 1 to green. Well, I just couldn't see that happening, John.
Well, it was possible if he got the edge. I mean, he's just got the side of the bowl, isn't it? Just enough to topple it in.
Well, I'm pretty certain on the last measure Dan favoured the red bowl and it was the green, so
Measure.
I may be wrong, but I don't know if it's the shadows or whatever the case may be out there, but it's sometimes not easy to look at those measures. Certainly a lot of shadows about, you can see them. Well, that one's propped up, so we don't need to worry too much. Alan Thornhill was sorted out. Almost impossible to tell with the rings, that distance. Very tight caliper measure. This is very close. Well, if it's that close, you begin to think it might be a no score. I know the umpires like to make a decision, but they're making very fine adjustments. Usually favours the bowler sitting down. Well, there you go, no score. And I think whenever you see them going down like that 3 or 4 times, John, it's usually a situation of a no score.
Yeah, I think Wayne will be a little disappointed because I think he thought it was probably his.
Yeah.
Sometimes with those close ones, the longer you look at it, You just start to fancy your own bowl more, Dave, don't you?
Yes, you do, you do. So it's an end played, but no score.
Jack length 27 metres.
One green.
I just wonder, is Graham Donaldson in a situation now he's starting to feel a bit more about this rink, and he's certainly starting to play some good bowls, and that's reflected in the way he's playing the game. He has to remember though to be behind the head whenever his own bowl stops. The next player is due to play. Wayne was just disturbed there for a second.
Well, it's not a short bowl, but it's a very good position, that red bowl. Stops anything that Graham might have been thinking of playing. He had a shot day before that, turn his own bowl into the jack.
Yes, now it's a matter of trying to draw close on the backhand. Oh, it's a beauty. That really is. Oh, he's unlucky. Dropped down and wrested his own ball away, but it's a much better first shot than he had before. This is a very good effort from Wayne. No options really except to try and draw it, but it's going to be
Graham Donaldson.
1 to green. We're saying about set format, right, John? It's 13-0 means absolutely nothing now at 3-2.
No, that's the problem. We were talking earlier. I think if you win that first set 21-0, it doesn't make any difference at all. You've got to win the second one then. If you don't, you're into the tie-break. So there's always opportunities to come back.
Jack length 25
You're 13-0 down in 21 shots up. It's a strong lead, isn't it, Dave? You know, but
Absolutely, yes.
this format, obviously it's all forgotten into the second set. And Graham's competing well in the set. And Wayne will want to put him away 2-0, won't he? He won't want him to get to that tie break.
Nice adjustment, and starting to see how this guy qualified. I say he's a talented player, and we all know that. And to get through the qualifiers, you have to be. With the first set, all over the place, but the second set, well, it's a different thing altogether.
1 green.
Misses under.
Yeah, it's just trying to drop that foot of weight. Very difficult to do that, Dave. You just need to play the same ball, really.
Yes, it's been a feature actually where even players within 2-3 feet through just trying to take a yard off John, and they've been dropping 2 yards off, and then we get some great games where players are dropping 3 inches off. You know, the carpet is changing all the time, there's no doubt about that, depending on the number of people in and the atmospheric conditions. Looking at this one just to drop back, he's there again, in for a double.
2 green.
Well, he's starting to ask a few questions of Wayne Hogg.
No, then Wayne, you just need that second ball line, same weight. You can lock onto the green.
He's down on a good line with this. Not sure he's going to get back in time though. I think he may have dropped away. I'm not sure if he's got second. Could do.
One shot to Graham Donaldson.
Yep, second shot. Good ball. I think Wayne Hogg would like to swap over a few of those shots from the first set.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Well, it's another good ball, just in
One red.
behind. No, it's good stuff from Wayne Hogg. That's
2 red.
a very typical top-class Leeds end, isn't it, John? Get the first one in just short, the second one in just behind.
Yeah, 2 very good balls. Graham slipping onto the forehand side now. They're going to rest onto that last red ball.
Tell you what, he's giving this a go.
Some effort with this.
Ball first.
That's a great
and drop
delivery.
back. Oh, Well, 2 balls in the backhand, 2 good balls, and then
One
changed
green.
on the forehand. We're just not seeing the same player from the first set.
Timeout called. Wayne has 4 timeouts remaining.
So the first time out for Wayne Hogg, and we've run the 7th end of the second set. And he's certainly down on a very narrow line there. There's no way that's going to hold. Can't see what he was trying to play there, John, except the draw.
Yeah, just dead weight, so I think he just missed his line.
Well, you have an opportunity to play it again. Graham, you don't want the red one.
That's not bad, actually. It's gone across the head, covered his green ball.
I think if Wayne could play this on the forehand, actually just drop his own ball down. He's got to be very close to shot. Same sort of shot that Graham played with his 3rd ball. Well, he's going for the runner. Trying to disturb things. And he's on the target. Oh, I think he's got a fortunate result. Well, it's fair to say
One shot
that
to Wayne Hogg.
he was bang on target, John, but he really had no idea where the jack was going to go.
No, I think he hit the target. Full marks to that, and after that, then anything can happen.
I think he actually bounced off Graham's ball to the red, and well, sometimes you have to be brave with these things and have a go.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Well, this could be an important end now. Graham's looking for a good opener. This first delivery. And just left it short.
It's a nice wide line of Wayne's taking on this forehand. And we see it coming back now. Hasn't made any real adjustment though.
Standard's been very good in this set, but suggested shows a little bit of tension on this end. It's a very important end for both players. Missed opportunity there for Graham.
Yes,
3
it's
foot and 3 foot and a couple of inches.
you know, if Graham can score a couple of shots here, he's given himself a real strong chance of going into a tie break. And Wayne will be aware of the fact it's the same for him. He needs to score a double to have a little bit of a cushion, but that's not going to be good enough, I don't think.
It's a third opportunity for Graham, yeah. Needs to take this chance.
Well, the line's good. What's the weight like? Good enough for shot. Still
green.
a bit of a distance away, but he won't care about that.
No, you'd fancy a player of Wayne's calibre, though, to make the adjustment now with the last ball. Right on line with the other 3 deliveries.
not sure about this one. It's lacking, surely. He can't be reaching, can it? Well, may not be reaching the jack, but it might be sneaking in for the shot.
Came in the back door, didn't it?
It was a bit of a hairy one, I have to say. Graham Donaldson walking back, shaking his head, thinking, oh, well, he missed the line there by a bowl or so, but he sneaked through the gap.
The line's good. How's the weight?
He's dropped too much. That's a bad end. Kick them away quick.
One shot to
I'll be
Wayne
getting
Hogg.
over out of the kennel and almost hear him barking at me to round those ones up. One end shootout. Who would have predicted that after the first set? Like to hear the goss outside at the moment, the players' lounge after that one.
Yeah, well, I think that was a missed opportunity for Graham. That's probably Wayne's worst end so far, and he had a chance to maybe take a 2 or 3 shot lead into that last end of the set. He didn't play a good end himself.
Well, a number of the seeds have been pushed all the way into tie breaks. Beat it first time.
Just loosened a little bit, Wayne, in the second set. Just enough to encourage Graham.
Right, if this goes to a tie break, Wayne will be absolutely kicking himself.
This is a good
Oh,
ball.
look at this. He's starting to find some good balls in the second set, and he has played it. To be
Two
fair,
green.
John, he's played the second set pretty well.
Yeah, full credit to Graham. Stuck in well. Durability.
Yep, he hasn't had any lucky results at all. Oh, that looks narrow. Oh, John, just got the backhand of it. It'll go on the respot, but the green ball's going to be pretty close to it.
Yeah, the green ball's gone across to that respot position. Probably about a foot away, I would think. Maybe less.
I think that's a lot better than what it was, though.
Two green.
I think Wayne will be thinking, what on earth is going on here? That's not a bad ball either. That's pretty decent. You know, we've seen Graham Donaldson here. To be truthful, and I'm not being harsh here, but he'll probably agree with me later because he's a very honest bloke. But he couldn't throw corn to pigeons in the first set. In fact, he was struggling to open the bag. But having said that, you know, I was saying all the time through the first set, he's a talented player. He just couldn't find it, and now he's found it in the second set, and he's played some great stuff.
Now then, Wayne. It's a higher line than Graham.
Oh, that looks heavy to me, John. No way that's getting back. Well, here we go.
3 shots in the second set to Graham Donaldson. Match tiebreak.
Match tie-break. No one could predict it, but as I said, it was just a matter of Graham Donaldson turning up in the second set, and he has. My goodness me, he's putting Wayne Hogg under a lot of pressure. So from 13-0 to
Wayne won the
6-4.
toss, giving the jack to Graham in the first end.
It's a funny old game.
It's a strange old game. It's a stupid game at times, isn't it? But it's a good game.
Yeah, credit to Graham. He's done really well there. He's got his head down in the second set, played some good bowls.
Yes, he was very, very quick in the first set. It was just... he's rattling the balls down like a shotgun, and to be honest with you, you just need to slow down a bit. And he's done that in the second set, and so you don't come through the qualifiers that he's won to be here without being good. And I was just waiting to see the sort of form he showed in practice, and that's exactly what came out in the second set. Again, another good lead ball. So Wayne Hogg could be at risk here. He knows this is an important game for him, bearing in mind his position. He's at number 16. He was saying to me earlier he felt he had to win this match to try and consolidate a position there. That's another handy one. This is better, but it's still hanging off. Oh, this is pressure now, John.
Graham's not wasting any time. Ball was away again there, very quick to the mat. And the line is good. Just enough to beat the last ball in. Still room though, Dave. One good ball. It's all about pace on this line. If his pace is good, he'll get back. If it isn't, he'll just run through.
Oh, well, first end of the tiebreak is going to be looking very difficult now for Graham, or for Wayne Hogg, because he's, well, he only needs to lose one shot, but with 3 red balls like that, I wouldn't be surprised if he bangs this one on the jag.
Well, leaving a foot down is good. Doesn't want to leave anything jack high, he doesn't want, Dave. Anything that Wayne can catch on.
Well, deliveries, well, it's even become more natural, it's become better. Second set.
Laid into this, he's heavy with this one.
Yeah. Well, it's, it'll still be a draw no matter what. Get clean in on that one, okay?
Over adjustment. That was a danger.
And so easy to do.
Jack leg 29.5 metres.
Well, it's been a remarkable match with Wayne Hogg and Graham Donaldson. Wayne Hogg out of the traps, 13-0 after 7 ends in the first set. But what a comeback from Graham Donaldson. Fought all the way through in the second set to 6-4. Has now taken a lead in the tiebreak, winning the first end. So it's world number 16 who's under the cosh in this match. Well, John, to be truthful with you, I don't think anyone had any idea this match was going to go all the way through to the tiebreak after the first set.
No, Wayne was playing really well and Graham was struggling. Couldn't find line or length. But it's turned round. He's stuck in well in the second set. Graham found some form. And Wayne's just loosened just enough. That's the problem now for Wayne. It's not bad bowls, but he's just at 18 inches off a really good game.
Well, we looked at the draw and thought Hogg against Donaldson, both from Scotland. Although Graham Donaldson is a qualifier, we know he's a good player. And he's found form in the second set. A little bit loose with this one, but he is lined the shot. So it's giving Wayne Hogg a chance to get in. In this end, of course, he has to win. Needs the jack. Got it. Good ball. That's going to be hard to beat.
2 red.
Big relief for the Hogg supporters, I would say.
Yeah, that's a cracking ball. Just needed that. Good time to do it with the third as well.
Yeah, there's nothing easy there, John, is there?
No, Graham's got 2 bowls though. Of course, he's got the last bowl on this end.
Graham has 4 time
Ooh, forehand. Very difficult. 2 inches to draw it. Backhand, he could rest the ball and drop in. The alternative, of course, is to go for the 1 bowl target and open it up to get a look at it. But I don't fancy that.
No, there's not a lot to strike at. He's been playing this backhand pretty well through the second set, I think. He's going to try and draw the shot.
Well, he's got into it a bit. Yes, he has indeed. All the way through. I'm not sure. If I was Wayne Hogg here, maybe just leave that and put something down on the backhand side.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too close if you're leaving something down. You might leave him an angle or something. I think it's pretty good.
Sort of 3 yards down, John.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. If you're going to drop it, stay well away.
Exactly. Drop it about 3 yards short to stop that natural run in on the backhand. Whereas the forehand is going to be very difficult. And I think Wayne Hogg has agreed with me.
That's a pretty good ball.
I'll tell you what, that's not bad. Maybe just a little bit on the high side, but it's giving Graham Donaldson something to think about. Has indeed. He feels it's blocked his way in. Moved onto the forehand. Well, he's not too far away in terms of line, but he just didn't have the weight. That was a clever ball by Wayne.
Second end to Wayne Hogg.
So he takes the second end. Levels the scores.
Jack length 25 metres.
It's been a fascinating game with Wayne Hogg and Graham Donaldson. After the first set of 13-0 in favour of Wayne Hogg, Graham Donaldson's fought his way back all the way in the second set, 6-4, and now we're level after 2 ends in the tie break, and he's just put a front toucher in. That's a great start.
Showing a bit of emotion there, Graham. That's good to see. Clenched fist.
Well, John, you know what it's like. Those qualifiers are hard to win. Really tough. Doesn't matter what competition you're qualifying for, whether it's the Worlds or the International Open or the Scottish. It's tough going on that day. 5 or 6 games you have to play, and you don't want to waste that opportunity. And I tell you what, Graham Donaldson's not wasting the opportunity now. He's put a position ball in. Wayne deciding to go for it. Looks under, and he is. I didn't hear him nominate to burn the end, or kill the end, as we sometimes say.
No, he has that option. And if this gets to centre, it doesn't want to move it. Doesn't want to move it. Oh.
Oh no.
Well,
It's not bad, but oh, we really wanted to miss that, John. He's opened that target. You know, it was a single bull target. It wasn't particularly easy.
it's still not easy, but of course it just gives him that option of coming off the side of that.
Exactly.
Time ankle.
The angle is sufficient to get off that side
4
bowl
timeouts remaining.
and bring the jack right out across the rink.
Be surprised if he doesn't nominate this for a kill, Dave.
Well, he hasn't done so. Now he's better this time. 2 balls. Well, he's now reduced the target by taking the 1 away. He's in a heap of trouble here, Wayne Hogg.
Well, the issue here for Graham is if he's holding second ball, he doesn't want to go near this, Dave.
Oh.
He's got second ball, he's going to go deep to the back of the rink. If he hasn't got second ball, well, then that's different.
He doesn't need to be close, no doubt about that. He has got second shot, I'm pretty sure of that, but that's, well, it's not bad. The angle's there. This is hard, this is difficult. I just wonder, will Wayne Hogg play this with just a yard of weight and try and bounce the jack? Because I can't see him taking the 2 balls out.
I thought he might have gone deep then. If he did have second ball, he'd gone right to the back of the rink and just left it. Well, it's not easy for Wayne.
Oh, this is tough now. He's looking at a different type of shot, but still going strong. Oh, it's gone. He's missed it on the way through.
Third match.
And Graham Donaldson takes the 3rd end of the tie break to win the match. 2-1. And I have to say, that came out of the blue, John, didn't it?
Well, that's a remarkable turnaround of the first set. You wouldn't have given him much of a chance. Under the cosh. He came roaring back in that second, found some really good form and deserved to take the tie-break.
Oh, absolutely. He was really, really good. There's no doubt about that in the second set. 6 shots to 4, but the first set was a total disaster for Graham Donaldson. And then all of a sudden, he seemed to waken up, find form. And he was brilliant in the second, brilliant in the tie-break. But it just shows you that's the format of this particular match.
Yeah, and very disappointing for Wayne in his position at number 16. He would have liked to put that away in 2 sets. Started so well, of course. This is the final delivery. Wasn't far away. A tough ask, though, to get to that.
Absolutely. No emotion from the players, just disappointment. That's all. A clap for his opposition. But it's Graham Donaldson who gets past the number 16 seed and makes his way into the second round.